Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you may be. Hello, hello, and welcome. Thank you all for being here. Hi, Carolyn Cooper. Hi, Brenda T. Good morning. Thank you all for being here. I know this is very early, but I appreciate you coming in and spending time with me. How's everyone's Saturday going so far? It's sure, Carolyn. I have you start. Okay. And today I decided to do something a little different. Today we have it's a full moon. If I'm correct, I'm not an astrology person, but it's a full moon, and I figured, we may want to release some stuff. I'm sure we've all been working on healing past traumas, releasing things. So why not tap into inner child healing? See what may need additional work. Oh, thank you, Brenda. See what we need additional work. There are little pockets. We've been through so much in this lifetime, other lifetimes, that we think we've healed something and then something else arises. And we're like, okay, I thought I worked on that. And then, Spirit reminds you, hey, whether in dreams or something you may see that there's this little thing still lingering. So I figured out I'll work. Let's work on inner child healing. Um, as always, if I get anything intuitively, I will definitely share it. So we're gonna go with the flow. We're gonna have fun and see where this takes us. Okay. Oh yeah, it's beautiful here, Carolyn. It feels like it might be about low 80s. This morning I got up. Hi, Jazz. Good morning. I got up this morning. And if you would like a reading, please just let me know. We're doing inner child healing card readings and any intuitive messages, and I'll star you. But what I was going to say is this morning I got up and I just took a stroll to the park right behind me, as I often do. And as I walked to the park, I stopped at the little stream as usual and just listen to we have cicadas out here, not as much, but you can hear them. So I just listen to the cicadas. I call them my cheerleaders because whenever I go running or walking and I feel like I'm done, I'm tired, right as I feel like, okay, I'm done, I'm going home, they come out and they're so loud. I'm like, okay, you're cheering me on to go a little, to push a little more. So I'll go another lap. And then I end up doing 5 laps. But back to where I was talking about, my park back here, you just take a stroll. And I stopped at the little stream and put my feet on the ground. And for some reason, I just felt like I wanted to cry. I don't know why, but I felt like tears coming to my eyes. And I stood there and I said, you know what, universe, I said, there's so much that we're going through today. I know I've worked on things and I know there's a lot more that I need to release. I know there's a lot that we need to release, right? And I stood there and I just said, into the stream. And the stream was a gentle flow. I release fear. I release shame. I release guilt. I release everything that does not serve my highest good. So as I'm standing there, there's no birds, which is weird. Just the cicadas you're hearing and the little wasp flying by. And all of a sudden, I was guided to look to my left. When I looked to my left, there's a fox running across the pathway. But he's sneaking, he's moving like slowly, trying to sneak past me. But I saw him and I thought, wow, I said, thank you, Spirit, for showing me. So I had to go look up what the fox meaning was, right? And fox represents cleverness, protection, good luck, independence, playfulness, and beauty. Playfulness, that inner child, allowing us to just do silly stuff. If you have a hula hoop, go out there, pull out that hula hoop. Who remembers hopscotch? A few weeks ago on my walking path, I guess a kid drew hopscotch box. And when I saw it, I was like, yes. So I hopped, and the first time I almost fell because it's been ages. So I did it the second time and I did it. And this gentleman behind me, he says, I think you missed one. And I said, no, I didn't miss any. But it's just the fox is reminding us about that youthfulness, that playfulness. Bring that out. Stop being so serious. And this is a reminder for myself. Stop being so serious. And there's beauty in everything. There's beauty in us, no matter what. I always say we are perfectly imperfect. I may not be somebody's cup of tea, but I may be somebody else's cup of tea and vice versa, right? So we are perfectly imperfect, and the right people come to us when we need them. So after I saw the fox, I just turned to walk off, and all of a sudden I heard Donnie McClurkin's song in my head. And the song was We Fall Down. And I kind of know the lyrics, so I had to pull up the lyrics just to make sure I was singing it right, because you know how we always drift off. So I pulled up the lyrics, and how on time that song was, right? Because as I'm standing there releasing some inner child trauma that I thought I healed a while ago, Spirit was reminding me in that moment that we're always going to fall down, but it's what we do. Get back up. We get back up again. We don't stay down in the trenches. We don't stay down in the gutters, right? Because that does not suit our highest good. You get up, you dust yourself off, or like, Taylor Swift, you shake it off. You shake it off and you keep pushing. And then I was shuffling the deck, the cards, and the card flew out the deck and it says, let love guide you. This is the message for the collective. Choose to see the good in the world today. There's a lot of chaos, conflict, not so good. Every time I turn on news, even if it's Yahoo, there's always something that's just like heartbreaking. But let love guide you. No matter what, focus on the good. Think of something that makes you laugh just to get yourself out of that space. Okay. And I wanted to share that, but I know I missed some people. So let's see. Okay, Jazz, I got your question. Let's see. Carolyn says, I grounded after feeding the horses and just enjoyed the beautiful mornings. Yes, yes, as simple as that. And Carolyn, I'm sitting here and I'm hearing in my head, just being with the horses, is helping you, is also helping you to ground. And horses are magnificent. They're just beautiful. So thanks for sharing that. Let's see. I am Lulu. I have your question. I'm going to star you. Let's see. Today, I happen to see two mongooses. They are so quick and agile. And the fact that you saw two, Jazz. So, not just look up the meaning of mongooses, but you saw double, you know? So, take a look into dive into that a little bit more. Hi, Jolie. Good morning. I have you starred. Okay, let's see. Oh, you're welcome, Lulu. I appreciate every one of you for, getting up, for being up this early. I'm an early person. I'm a morning person. But for getting up this early and coming here to share your love, share your time, share your energy with me as I share mine with you all as well. So thank you. Okay, let's see. It is 10 minutes after. So I'm going to go in order and let's see. Let me go back to the top. I have 4 people start so far, and we can get started. I'll kind of like switch back and forth between the start and the comments. Okay, so Carolyn Cooper. Carolyn, you would like a reading. Okay. What does Carolyn need to know for her high school? Okay. Oh, Carolyn, you got the surrender card. Surrender. And I love the image because there are kids, and it looks like one kid with two cats on one of the leaves, just being free flowing, allowing the leaves to take them. So they're surrendering to wherever, and kids have no fear, right? So they're allowing the leaves to guide them wherever. So Spirit wants you to surrender. Let me see what this means. What else the card has to say. Each breath requires surrender. By inhaling, we agree to exhale. By being born, we agree to die. By feeling joy, we welcome sadness. As we watch the sunrise, we know the sun will set. As we step into a fragrant spring day, a windy autumn afternoon, or a cold winter morning, we know the buds will turn into leaves, the blossoms into fruit, rain into snow, cycling on and on. The only constant is change. Life is nothing but surrender. The question is, are you holding on too tight? Notice how your inner child feels about this card. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine little you relating to this scene and stepping into it. When you are ready, say out loud to your inner child, you can keep playing. I will take care of the adult matters. Wow, that's a beautiful message, Carolyn. So your card is surrender. Okay. And as the card says, ask your inner child, what do they need? Okay. I hope that helps, Carolyn. Let me go back to the live. See if Carolyn said anything. Okay, Jazz. Hi, Annie Bear. Hi. Let me see. Cyber Dahlia. Good morning. Hi, Carl. You made it. Good morning. How are you? Okay, let me see. Today we're doing inner child healing card readings, and if I get any intuitive messages, I will share those as well. Okay, but today we're focusing on, what do we need to work on? What does our inner child need? Good morning, Fatima. Welcome. So if you would like a reading, please just let me know. I'm scrolling through real quick to see if I need to star anybody else, and if I miss anyone else. Hi, Patty. How are you? Hi, Stephanie. Welcome. Okay. Okay, I have you start, Stephanie. KMO, welcome. I have you start. And let me scroll back up. The chat is jumping. Carl, I have you start. Oh. Okay, so Jazz mentioned earlier for those who just came in that online it says seeing mongooses means good luck and courage. Seeing two might have been some form of collaboration. Okay. And it could also mean collaboration, teamwork, working together. There may be somebody who's going to come to you about something. So, yeah, I love that. Good luck. Okay, let's see. Yeah, finally. Oh, thanks, Carl. Yeah, I one day I came home and I just felt like cutting it. And I went in the bathroom and I pulled it in a ponytail and I cut, cut, cut. And it felt so freeing. I felt so much lighter. So I knew I let go of a lot of things that I may have been holding on to. It'll grow, hair grows back. Okay, I think I have everyone. Let's jump back into the cards, into the messages. Okay, so we had Carolyn Cooper. Okay. Jazz asked, may I request for inner child cards, Akela? I understand I need to do inner child healing or shadow work to move ahead, but I am clueless how. Okay, let's see. So, Jazz, what I'm feeling for you is pause, maybe go back to this current lives because there may be things from past lives that you may not recall, and ask yourself, go into your heart space and say, show me one thing that I need to focus on. And whatever that one thing pops up, that is what you start with, right? Because you said you're clueless. And there could be one situation, and that one situation could have so many pockets of trauma that caused you pain throughout your life. But just pick one item at a time. You work on that. And then when you feel like you have worked on it, even though we might not fully, but what I found is that in your dreams, spirit will let you know as you find that one thing and you start to work on it, as you heal it, as you move through it, you start to get dreams, if you remember your dreams, of the situation. And spirit is going to show you, because this is what happened with me. Spirit showed me in my dreams every time I hit a stepping stone of resolving that issue, right? To the point where literally in the final dream, I was standing and there was a being next to me, but it was a being of strength and courage and protection. I didn't know that at the time. And I was basically there as we are born. I was standing there and I said to this being, but they'll see me. They'll see me. And the being put its arms or energy around me to let me know it's okay. You're protected. You are okay. And once I let go of that fear of being seen the way I'm born, I was okay. I was like, wow. And now, whenever I like, try to think of that memory of that situation, it doesn't really come up. And Spirit told me one day as I was meditating, why do you want to think about that? You already worked on that. And I was like, oh, okay, great. This is why I could not feel or kind of in a sense relive the situation that occurred, right? So that's where I would say start with if you meditate, go in and ask your inner self, your heart, go into your heart space and ask, what is it? What do I need to work on now? But I'm going to pull a card for you as well, Jazz, just to see if they'll give you a place to start. What does Jazz need to know for her highest good? The highest frequency of love and light. What does Jazz need to? Jazz. Okay, I'm gonna remove your hide this so you can see the card. Okay. Spirit wants you to know that you deserve to be seen. Let yourself be known. Have you been hiding in the shadows? Have you been hiding who you are? Have you been, and what I'm feeling is like I am trapped in a bottle and someone kind of put a cap on the bottle and I want to break free, but I don't know how. Let me jump back to the live real quick. Jazz. Okay. Okay, Jazz says during meditation, I show me what I'm okay. Um, as I ask for my heart space, will I slowly get to know and I can begin? Yes, 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 yes. You will. But right now, Jazz, your name says it. Why are you hiding, right? Think of jazz music. Jazz music is it puts you in this place where you shine. I feel like you need to be put on jazz music. I don't know if you like jazz music. Okay, Jazz says that's true. For a few years, I've closed myself out a lot. And it's not about closing yourself off, because, sometimes there are people who come into our lives who try to abuse and take advantage of us, right? So it's okay to protect yourself from those situations, don't those people. But in doing so, don't hide away. You have a lot to give. You have a lot of love. I'm feeling this joy, this love. And look, my whole body is tingling within you, that needs to be seen, you know. But ask your guides when you meditate to help you to open yourself, right? To let yourself be seen, but in the same moment, knowing to balance and protect yourself, because not everyone needs to be closed off from you. You just need to use discernment. Again, go into your heart, or even into they're making me put my hand on my solar plexus, my left hand, and inhale and ask, what do I need to know? What do I need to do? Can I trust? Can I trust this feeling that I'm getting about this individual that is coming towards me? Are they for my highest good? Are they of the highest frequency for me? And you will get the answers that you need. Okay. Jazz says, now I'm trying to get a job and be more social and be among people. Okay. One thing I want you to remove from this statement, Jazz, is the word trying. Okay. Say, I am getting the job that is of my highest good. I will be more social and be among like minded people. Because being social and being among people, there's a lot of different people that can come into your space. Some you may like, some you may not. You'd be like, oh my gosh, why am I meeting these type of people? So be specific in you're going to get the job that is of your highest good, that will allow you to shine and share the love that I feel within you, that will allow you to be more social, shining your light like this rainbow that's shining in on this deer that's being hidden. Okay. And be among people that are like-minded in your surroundings. Okay, Jazz, I hope that helps. Thank you for your question. And thank you, Jazz, for the feedback. So come back and let us know, when you get that job and the great people that you'll be among. And just know that no matter where you go, there's always going to be the high vibration and the not so high vibration, but you can only control you, what you let in, and what you put out. Okay? Yeah. Just work with your guides, and they will help you through the process. Work with the guides. Ask the archangels to come in and help you to find that balance. But most of all, they're telling me to let you know to trust. Hi, Kelly Healer. To trust yourself. Put that left hand on that solar plexus and ask in every situation. Ask if this is of your highest good. And that can be a start for you, Jazz, in learning to understand and finding the balance that you need in every situation that you encounter. Okay. All the best, Jazz. Okay. Next, we have I Am Lulu. May I please have an inner child reading? What I need to know. Sure, I am Lulu. What does I Am Lulu need to know for her highest good? Okay. Release Jazz's energy. What does I Am Lulu need to know for her highest good, Spirit? Ooh, interesting. This is Lulu, you get, trying to determine this image. It says, you can do hard things. It is not as impossible as it may feel. And here is the card. Oops, I'm gonna hide you so you can see. Is there something that you're questioning yourself about, that you feel that you, with you, I am Lulu, what I'm feeling in my heart is that inner child wanting to play, that inner child wanting to jump rope is what I'm hearing. I feel like that they're making me feel like, and I don't know if this is true, Lulu. So I mean, you can let me know if you choose to. You don't have to. For you, it feels like if that inner child is hard to release, and it may have been, maybe you were forced or pushed or used to double dutch all the time. Okay, so do that, because I'm seeing the jump in the rope, and I'm like, okay, why jump in rope? But even with that, they're making me feel as if, sometimes as kids, we may have siblings or whatever, and we're forced to grow grow up early because we have to help take care of the kids because our mom worked all these jobs, may have been a single mom, whatever reason. We ended up taking on a lot of adult responsibilities sooner than we should, you know, and the jumping rope may have been your freedom moment. So, and I feel like that inner child wants to just come out and do that again. So if you have a rope, I am Lulu, I would suggest that jumping rope for you, it it frees it. I'm seeing like stuff, just you go into the zone and stuff just like whisk everything. Nothing's impossible when you're jumping rope. And you said you did double dutch, and double dutch is hard. I give kudos to the people who I see doing double dutch, because I would be tangled up in that rope if I even tried to do that. So just, if you can. Okay, let's see. Lulu says you have no idea how right you are. Oh, except mine was a tragic loss. My best friend, my soul friend. Oh, wow. Oh, and I got huge chills on. Oh, hi, Jessica. Hi, Callie Healer. Hi, Namira. 7 years old, and my childhood just. Okay, that's what I'm feeling with that child being trapped, that inner child being trapped because of this tragic loss. But just know that even though you may have lost your friend at the age of 7, you know, and that caused a lot of trauma for you, that friend is still there with you. Allow yourself to allow that friend to come in closer, and they'll allow you to feel them, to let you know that they're there. Man, pick up that double dutch rope and tell that friend, if it's, I'm just going to throw a name. Let's say if it's John. Hey, John, come on, let's jump rope together and just laugh like there's no tomorrow. Because that's what that inner child wants. It wants to be free. It wants to jump that rope again, and allow your friend to come in with you and jump rope with you. And I hope that helps you. I am Lulu. Wishing you all the best. And just remember, no matter what, you can do hard things. It is not as impossible as it may feel. Okay? Let's see. Oh, I did not know. I didn't know it was a boy. And his name is, okay, I said John, but his name is Christopher. Okay, allow Christopher in. And I feel like, because I'm getting chills again all over from, and Christopher will enjoy that. Christopher will enjoy that. All the best to you and Christopher, and Just when you jump that double jump, double Dutch rope, or even a single rope, if it's you doing it by yourself, invite Christopher in to jump the rope with you, even if he's just holding on to your hand as he spins the rope. You're welcome, Lulu. All the best. Okay, did I miss anyone? Thank you, Brenda. Thank you. Thanks, Kelly. So glad to have you here too. Thank you. Let's see. Uh, I need to get it moving. Let's see who else we have. So far, I have 5 starred, but just so you know, we're doing inner child healing card readings as well as any intuitive messages that I may get. I'll pass that on. Hi, Kelly, Macau. Okay, so we did I am Lulu. Okay, let's go to Jolie James. Hi, Jolie. Thank you for being here. I will love inner child guidance. Okay. What does Jolie James need to know in healing her inner child spirit? What does Jolie need to know? Jolie, first things they want you to do is breathe. Allow yourself to breathe. Okay? When we don't breathe, when we hold our breath or we, it creates tension within the body, which leads to muscle tightness and a bunch of other things. So the first thing they want you to do is breathe. Take a deep breath in. Hold it on a count of 5, if you can. And then just release it. And release and just drop your arms, drop your head. Just let everything release. Allow the energy to flow through you. Is this it for Jolie? Jolie, you got let me hide this real quick. You got the bliss card number 22, And if you look, this child is sliding down a golden stream of a slide. It's basically a slide, and she's just being free. And if you think about when I said just breathe, right? Release. Think of when you were a child and you got on that slide. You had no care in the world. You climbed up that ladder, you got to the top. If you're like me and you were scared of heights, it's like, oh my gosh. And then you just got on that slide and be like, wow! So that is what Spirit wants you to do. Even if you can't get to the park, just sit in a chair and just imagine yourself being on that slide, carefree, hands in the air, out wide, feet, and then you're just like, it's bliss. I can just feel it. I can actually feel how you're going to feel. Do it without any restrictions. Do it like there's no care in the world. No one's watching. No one cares. Just be free is what Spirit wants you to do. And what I like about this card, let's see. That's so funny. I have asthma, so breathing and letting go has always been a thing. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if you listen to Terry Holding Your Space. She does meditations every morning. And one of the things she says is that if it's hard for us to inhale, and she said, you can imagine, just imagine you're doing it. She says the brain doesn't know any difference. So even if you can't do it, you just sit there, and even if it may imagine you're doing it, but if you can do a short, like I took a deep breath, right? But if because of your asthma, you're unable to do that, take small, short ones, like And as you release with through purged lips, you're still doing the same. It's not as intense, but you're still allowing that energy to flow through you. And just get to a park. I love that this is in nature. You see all the animals around the young lady, just carefree, having a blast. Yes, I'm with you. Okay, good. And just get out there. Even if you just get on the swing, if there's no slide, you get on the swing and you push yourself as high as you can go and just be free. I think this is what the message for you is. Allowing yourself to break down the restrictions and let bliss come in, because bliss is there for you. It's your child, your inner child wants to feel that, wants you to feel that, to remember what it was like when you used to do those things. Adulting is so overrated. It really is. We're young and we think, okay, I want to be an adult. I want to be an adult. And then you get to be an adult, and all we do is work, eat, sleep. Work, eat, sleep. Hi, joyful mystic. Work, eat, sleep. And when we were a kid, we just had fun. We went to the park. Um, we chased the bees or the wasp, and hopefully you didn't get stung. But we were so carefree as kids. So yes, it is. It is so overrated. And I tell my daughters that all the time. I'm like, enjoy your childhood. I said, because right now you have no bills. I provide everything for you. You have your personal chauffeur, me. Just enjoy it, because when it's gone, it's gone. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Okay. Kelly McCall says she saw the gorgeous full moon come on bright with wildfire smoke before. Oh, wow. We're going to see it here because I'm in Maryland in the US. So it comes tonight, Kelly. So I'm going to try to catch it. Okay. All right. Let's unstar. Now we have Stephanie. And Stephanie asks, may I please have an inner child reading? Sure, Stephanie. Stephanie, the first image I see in my head for you was someone, it's probably you, smelling. It wasn't a rose. It's like it's not a sunflower because it's not as big. Maybe it's a younger sunflower, but just holding that flower up and just soaking it all in the beauty of the flower. And the flower was bright. The color was bright. The petals was like a bright yellow, kind of like the sun. Hmm. Okay. Let's see. Let me see what the card message says for you. Okay. What does Stephanie need to know for her highest good? What does Stephanie need to know for her highest good in healing her inner child? Oh my goodness. So, Stephanie, I mentioned earlier that the petals of the flower, because I saw you like inhaling the flower, and I mentioned how it looked like the sun, because I said almost like the sun. Your card says, let me hide this, coming home. And I'm not sure what that message is, so I'll read from the book. But look at that big sun, that bright yellow sun in this image with those kids on those balloons. And it looks like they're going home. They Yeah, let's see what this says. Card number 13. As a child, did you feel a connection to a loving motherly presence? How did you experience this and nurture it? Did you enjoy being in nature or being with animals? How did you sense the unspoken language of your divine mother? Tell your little one, our divine mother supports us and loves us always. We are held in her loving embrace. Wow. And if you think, so this card is really an invitation to returning to the universal mother. It says it's the most profound way to heal our sense of shame. We return to her through opening up to our ever present love. The unconditional love of the divine feminine principle of Mother Earth and of the elements that make up our body welcomes us home without judgment. Wow. So, this card is basically inviting your inner child back to Mother Earth, going home, that place of unconditional love with her, um, with the universe. Let me see what Stephanie may have said. Hold on. I used to love flowers as a child, and I still go up to them and look and smell them. Wow. Okay. So, nature, right? So, I think what this card is also inviting you and your inner child to do, if you can, get out into parks, nature, with the flowers, the animals, because it talks about the divine mother and that unconditional love. So the things that you used to do as a child, you know, that you may have forgotten. Bye, Brenda. Thanks for coming. That you may have maybe not fully forgotten, but with time we kind of struggle to do some of the things that we used to do, or we used to love to do. They are inviting you to get back. Your inner child wants to get back to that, get back to nature, get back into, yeah, just getting out in the greenery. Even if I don't know if you have trees, if you have a backyard and if you have trees, but just sitting out back amongst the trees and allowing your inner child to run free with nature, enjoying the birds, the flowers, the trees, the animals within the trees is what your inner child wants to be. It wants to come home, it wants to come back, bring you back to Mother Nature. Okay. I hope that helps, Stephanie. Okay, Stephanie says, yes, I was relating with having less time for fun as an adult. And when you have time, yeah, if this isn't it, the lack of energy, because we are so busy with everything else that we're tired. But doing this, I feel like it's self-love, it's self-care, right? So when you feel that lack of energy, Stephanie, if you can, just muster up, even if it's 15 minutes, if you can, maybe before you get home, stop at a park if there's a park on your way, um, or if you're driving along a roadway and you see a lot of flowers or whatever, pull to, if you can safely, pull to the side and just admire and just be one with it is what I think your inner child is wanting you to do to get you back to where, to get you where you need to be. Okay. And you're welcome. Thanks for coming, Stephanie. Let's see. KMO. KMO would like a card. Hi, KMO. Welcome. Okay. My hand instantly went to this deck, so I'm going to pull a card for you from this deck, KMO. It's really Stephanie's energy. What does Camo need to know in healing her inner child spirit? What does Camo need to Hmm. KMO, you get the safety card. But look at that child sitting, leaning up against that tree with all those sheep. Is that sheep? Yeah, oh wow, it's actually sheep. We have foxes, red foxes amongst the sheep with this little boy just chilling under the tree. The sheep, they are not acting crazy, they feel safe. So I'm going to see exactly what this means for you. Safety. Your inner child. Can you recall a moment in your childhood when you felt completely safe and trusting, like the child in this image? Allow yourself to revisit that memory. If nothing comes to mind, we invite you to visit this image and imagine yourself as this child. Feel the support of the tree, the warm, soft embrace, and the peacefulness of the scene. Engage all of your senses as you breathe, focusing on lengthening the exhalation. And say out loud, we are safe. This is safe. So your inner child is reminding you or wants you to remember, because maybe you're feeling, maybe something's going on, and you know, fear fear can create a place of, I mean, it does create a place of not feeling safe. So your inner child wants you in this moment to remember a time when you felt safe and allow that memory to embrace you. Feel the feels, feel what you felt in that moment, and let that memory of your inner child again embrace you in this moment. And it'll help in making you feel safe again. And remember, fear is false expectation appearing real, right? And sometimes because we're so fearful, it hinders us moving forward. It hinders us from doing what we need to know. But if you can recall a time in your childhood where you felt safe, allow that in. Allow that energy to make you feel at ease. You know, and again, the affirmation I want you to say, if you feel like thinking of that memory or even envisioning this little boy as you under this tree with the fox and the sheep, you say out loud, we are safe. This is safe. And if you still struggle with it, call in Archangel Michael. High vibration, he will come in. Ask him to help you. Ask him to, okay, a lot of your decisions are based on fear. You know, like I said earlier to someone, go within. Whenever you have a decision to make, don't let fear hinder you. Don't let fear put you in this bubble. Ask yourself, pause for a moment. Pause for a moment, calm, and ask yourself, go into your heart or your solar plexus area and ask, is this of my highest good? Does this feel safe? And you will feel, if just allow, and you will feel, your body will let you know if the situation that's in front of you or that's being put to you is safe for you or is not safe for you. And trust what your body tells you, because your body, your solar plexus, your gut will never lead you astray. Your heart will never lead you astray. Okay? So whenever you feel fear for any situation, do what I just said. But also, if you want to take a screenshot, I'm going to hide this. You want to take a screenshot of this image and just relax under a tree with the fox and the sheep. And normally the fox would attack the sheep, right? With the fox and the sheep. But here in this image, there's none of that. There's peace, there's calm, there's tenderness. Look how those foxes are wrapped up safely, securely by the sheep. The sheep is just there, they're not worried. The boy he's just relaxed, like, you know what? The universe got me. The universe has me. Okay. All right, Camel. All the best to you. Okay, did this, Camel. Okay, let's go to Carl. Carl has a question. Let me see if I missed anybody. Oh, Namira, I almost missed you, but I have you. You're starred. Just let me take a quick look at the chat. Really. Make sure I didn't miss anybody else. If I did, just hello to everyone who's here. Thank you for coming in and sharing your time with me today. Um, this morning's song from the universe was by Donnie McClurkin, and it says, "No, no, Carl, you didn't miss your time. You're up next." By Donnie McClurkin, and it's "We Fall Down." So if you want to listen to that song, just remember that just because we fall down doesn't mean we have to stay down. We get up and we dust ourselves off and keep getting up. Every time we feel like we've fallen down, we get right back up. Okay? Okay, back to Carl. May I hear from any guides that haven't been introduced to me yet, who's get an important message from me in this timeline I am in? Okay, Carl. So today we were going to do inner child healing, but let's see if I get what I get for you. Okay. Hi, Evelyn. Okay. Are there any guides that Carl? Okay. Carl, they're making me feel like with the guides, and we get it relating to the guides question, right? Is that there are some guides who come and go. They come for a purpose. And there may be some who are waiting to come to work with you on a specific task and they haven't come yet. And we may never get to meet. Well, I shouldn't say never. Let me backtrack. We may not meet that guy based on what their task is, right? So they're making me feel as if being introduced or meeting every single guide that comes in to do a specific task is not necessarily needed, right? As long as they come in, they may do their task, they get you to do what they work with you to complete whatever they may need to complete with you, and then they might move on. So the feeling I'm feeling is, not so much of focusing on meeting our guides, but more so, or being introduced to them, but more so finding that quiet time to hear the guidance that is being given to us. Sometimes you may, what they're showing me in my head is through a meditation, I saw, I don't know if it was a guide or not, a being in my meditation. I didn't get a name. I just saw the being. And I actually asked if they had a message for me. I asked somebody else if this being had a message. And it was basically that the being didn't have a message. They were just letting me know that I didn't get a name, that they were coming in and they'll be working with me. Since that time, I haven't seen that being. But I do know since they'll be working with me, sometimes I ask them, I say, hey, I describe them by the color. I said, can you come and help me with da 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 da? But don't put the emphasis on getting to know or wanting to know the specific guys, right? Because we have some who's been with us since birth, and then we have some who come and go, come and go. So focus on hearing the guidance that is being given to us. Okay, that's one of the things that I got. And I would say the important message is the hearing listening, finding that moment of silence within ourselves to hear what they are saying to us is the important message for you in this timeline, Carl. But I still want to pull a card for you. And I hope that helps, Carl. Let me see if you said anything else. Oops. Sorry, I didn't. Oh, you're welcome, Carolyn. Bye bye. Let's go back to Carl. What does Carl need to know in healing his inner child? What does Carl need to know? Is this the deck for Carl? Okay, wrong deck, Carl. What does Carl need to know? What does Carl need to know? Is this it for Carl's? Carl, I'm gonna hide this. Your inner child message to you is about the soul, and it's card number 27. Let's see what that says. Sorry, this is a new deck. Oh, wow. It says, look into your inner child's eyes, connecting with the essence that has been with both of you always. The patient and wise observer of your journey. Okay, I'm sorry, let me reread that. Look into your inner child's eyes, connecting with the essence that has been with both of you always, the patient and wise observer of your journey. As you gaze into the vast infinite space within you, say out loud, my dear one, you and I are one. You cannot lose me just as I cannot lose you. Love is what we are. Wow. Carl, and you got the soul card, the soul card. And that's going within, connecting, reconnecting with your inner child. You are not two separate things. You are one. Every stage of you. And if you want to, because what I do is I go back and I take pockets. So one time I'll work on the child from 4 to 5 or 6 to 8, and then my teenage years. So go back to that inner child and say that, we are not separate. We are one. And that's the message Spirit has for you, Carl. And I hope that helps. Let's see. That's the problem. I'm told they are frustrated. Okay. So there you go. So what you need to do, Carl, I don't know if you have headphones, but if you have sound drowning headphones, because some people it's hard for them to meditate, put those on and it quiets everything else out. And it's hard not to think, but as thoughts come in, let them flow in and flow out. Don't go down the bunny path with it, right? Let it flow in and flow out because you're allowing that water to run, to flow through you. And that way, once you allow it to flow through, your guides can then maybe come in on the back end of that thought and relay simple messages. And sometimes we look for huge messages, and it's something of one word. It's one thing. It's a feeling. So don't cut yourself off from all the different ways that your guides can communicate with you, right? Are you hearing? Did they show you something? Did something run across your mind? Did you feel? Be open to it, however Spirit allows it to come in. Okay. And you're welcome, Carl. Thanks for being here. And last but not least, we have Namira. What is my inner child want to tell me? And then this will be it. Ooh, 1201. Okay, Namira. Let's see. Spirit, what does Namira need to know for her highest good? What does her inner child want to tell her that is of her highest good? The mirror. So your inner child wants to go on an adventure. I'm going to hide this. Wants to go on an adventure. Okay. It says, today is the day to try something daring. And if you can't go on an adventure, that's okay. Um, Fill water balloons. If you have young ones, play water balloon games with them. That's the playfulness, right? Because as you can see in this image, this person or this what is that? This person is riding it looks like a Pegasus, right? So they're having fun, they're being free. So allow yourself, if you can't go on an adventure, do a fun game. If you have kids around, water balloon, hula hooping, things from your inner childhood that brings up that joy, that bliss, that makes you smile. That it takes you back to that place of just I'm seeing like as kids for New Year, old years into New Year's, we would light the starlights and then it'll have all the little sparkly things. That's what I'm saying. Allow that adventure, allow that activity, because it's going to be fun to just bring those sparkly, twinkly lights that'll make even more fun for you, for your inner child. Okay. And I hope that helps you, Namira. But yeah, go on an adventure. Go at a lake. I don't know if you fish. I don't know why all of a sudden lake and fishing popped in. But if you can fish, go fish. All those things are going to bring joy, bliss. I feel harmony, peace as well to you. Okay. Let's see. You're welcome, Namira. What did Carl say? I told that's telling me there. Okay, so Carl says he sees and pick up coins on the ground. And yes, Carl, that is that's the angels, your guides, just leaving little to catch your attention. So when you see it, you say, "Oh, thank you." And when you say thank you, the first thought that comes into your head, or you may hear, that's the message. Don't bypass it. Don't be like, "Oh, that's nothing." The first inclination that you get, whatever it is, that's it for you. Okay? Okay, let's see. I was drawing my grandson. You see? Yes, yes. Those are the fun things, drawing, coloring, taking for a walk. Spirit just wants you to that's you bringing out your inner child, Namira. You're allowing your inner child to remind you of the joys in the simple things. All right. And that's it for today, everyone. I want to thank you all for coming here. Thank you for sharing your time, your energy, your love, your space with me. And I will see you on the next live. What do I have coming up? I will be with the Crohn Zone next week, Saturday, the 16th. Yes, at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And then I will be on with Sun Psychic Jean on the 17th at 11 a.m. That's a Sunday. So Crohn Zone on the 16th and Sun Psychic Jean on the 17th. Yeah, Carl, that's true. That is so true. And just listen, just allow yourself. Don't overthink anything because that's the problem that happens with us, right? We start to overthink. So whatever is the first thing you get, that's the message for you. Okay. Thank you all and have a great rest of your weekend and I'll catch you when next time live. Okay, bye-bye.